An update on Alonso or Mears?
Obviously, they went through training today, so I mean, both of them came through, no issues. So we'll make our decisions later today on them in terms of the Dallas game. But we feel pretty good about both of them.
And Marshall.
Marshall, same. Yeah.
So did you have any traffic adventures on your way in yesterday?
No. I heard Barrett walked from Key Arena to Century Link. Which is a good warm-up. Might not have helped his game. I didn't have any traffic adventures because I came early. I know my wife said she got across the 520 in like 10 minutes, and it took her an hour 15 from there to get to Century Link when she had crossed over. So, I guess it was difficult for a few people. So I know the club made the decision early to push the game back at least 15 minutes, and I think that helped some people get there, which was important.
Were any of your players late enough that you're starting to worry that they hadn't shown up yet?
We had a couple of guys that got stuck in things, so, most of them, they had to be in, and by 5:30, most of them were in by 5:30. There was the Barrett exception and so forth. So it was mainly the guys who actually lived in the city that had the most difficult time.
In your history of coaching, have you ever had players miss or be late because of
We
silly
had it
traffic?
before. We had it when there was an accident on the 90 coming across. I know it was a year. I mean, Montero got caught in it, Alonso, and a few guys, and it was a regular game. I think it was either a Champions League game or something, and so they wouldn't push the game start time back or anything like that. So we were scrambling, getting guys on the field.
And his late arrival was not had nothing to do with his not sliding into the Dempsey role. You actually preferred moving Nagel. Yeah. What was your thought process on deciding to slide Nagel forward rather than just drop Barrett into that Dempsey spot?
There were certain guys we just wanted to play 45 minutes, and so our decision was we wanted to see that pairing and then play a different pairing in the second half. And if we would have left Nagel wide, then that would have thrown off the scheme of things. So we just changed it that way. Yeah, it's not a predictor of what might happen this weekend.
Between S2 and all the guys you used yesterday, I mean, it looks like almost all of your healthy roster got looked at. Among the guys maybe that the fans haven't seen a lot, who sort of got your attention or confirmed what you already thought?
Well, I think there's quite a few guys our fans haven't seen a lot. I mean, O'Neal Fisher, I thought continues to play well. He's very steady. Dylan Remick is getting back to the form that he had at the beginning of last year when he played very well for us. Damian Lowe and Jimmy Ockford, although they played less minutes, I thought they had a very good game with S2 on the weekend, and those guys are definitely coming along and making strides. Christian Roldan continues to grow all the time for us. I think, Kovar had a good game until, his legs got, to him a little bit, and he got fatigued and tired, and he's such a fit guy, but he's so intense that sometimes that intensity stresses the body and takes some energy away from him at times. And Darwin Jones is a guy who's still coming. I think it's taken him a while to adjust to the speed of play, making decisions a little bit earlier, but he had a couple of good moments. He got in behind on the right side there, in behind their defense, and he'll continue to grow as well. I think did I miss any of the young guys? I think I got everybody, yeah.
Looking ahead to Dallas, what are you expecting from that squad?
It's going to be a difficult game. They're a team that's in good form right now. They're going back home. It's not dissimilar to what we faced last year when we went down there. So we're going to be prepared. Obviously, we're going to be without Clint. So we've got to, make our lineup adjustments and put the lineup on the field that'll succeed, which we know we have the quality. I think that showed in the Tijuana game, that there's players who can play. And so it's their opportunity, because the door is open, because the national team call-ups with Papa, Dempsey, so that means opportunities for others to show what they can do.
Both clubs will likely be missing players, whether it's international duty or injuries. How do you think that'll affect the match?
It shouldn't affect the match much at all, because I think both teams pride themselves in their depth and the competition for places. And, like I said, it's up to the guys who are on the field to do the business.
Last year, this group dubbed themselves road warriors, and we're really proud of what they were able to do on the road. Is there an extra air of excitement to kind of have their first road match?
Yeah, I mean, we've been a good road team, not just last year. We've been a good road team for a while, and I think it's our philosophy, and the philosophy that we have as a team when we go on the road is we're still coming here to play. We're not we don't go on the road to bunker, to sit in the back. Sometimes games take on a personality, and that might happen. But in general, we go out there and we try and get after it just like we do at home.
Of course, y'all really haven't done that since November now, playing in front of an opponent. I mean, it's a veteran team. Does every team kind of need to get a feel for playing on the road again?
You always need to get a feel for playing on the road again. But there's a lot of guys on the field that have been through those wars, and even if we put some guys on the field who haven't been through a lot of those, they've got enough guys they can lean on. So I think we'll be fine.
Is there anything? I'm sorry. Anything other than coincidence why Dallas seems to get off to a fast start every season?
I think you'd have to ask them that. I mean, this is Oscar's second year there. With Shellis Heineman, they did it. Some teams push into training with a more intense rhythm. I've always been a coach, even going back to my college days, that wasn't. That maybe rolled into it a little more than some teams did, just because I figured here's the length of the season. I want to make sure my team's sharp as we get to the middle and the final phase as well. And I think some teams just push a little harder sometimes in preseason training. That gets them off to maybe a quicker start, but sometimes that catches up with you. But certainly they've had 2 good starts under Oscar, and they want to maintain it.
It seems like the loss to San Jose was forever ago, but was there anything specific that you wanted to work on in this extra time to prepare for Dallas?
No, like I said, and I saw some of it against Tijuana, which was just a situation I felt we needed to be stronger in our duels. We needed to be a little more competitive when we were fighting for the ball in 1v1 situations. We needed to be better at our spacing, which I thought both those areas were pretty good against Tijuana.
Clint, obviously not out for this game. What did you like about Lamar and Oba, if that's what you choose to go with? Oba drops into the hole a little bit more when he plays with Lamar, and Lamar stays up a little more, so it's not more of that interchange that occurs with Clint and Oba. But it works out well. I think Lamar sometimes is more comfortable up front, so it's good for him for us to look at him there. But it was more we wanted to give Kovar a run on the left as well, so that's why we wanted to open up that position, and we wanted to see what Roldan could do on the right.
Got the UCLA Gonzaga prediction.
I mean, being a Bruin, I gotta cheer for UCLA. They've been on a good run so far, so hopefully they can continue it. But it's going to be a tough game.
Thanks for staying out on the road, Coach.